Can you tell me a joke?
Off the top of my head, why did the chicken cross the road?
Why?
To get to the other side.
Why are they trying to block the corn?
Because they don't like cornbread?
Ouch! Because their talking points don't have a kernel of truth. Roll the opening. Hello! Welcome back to
What's Safeword?
I'm Am.
I'm Miss Christopher.
And today...
we're watching Corn Pop.
Corn.
Right?
Whoa! I was reacting to the pop... react with me.
Oh. Ah!
According to the internet, kinks are timeless, but corn has changed a lot the last 20 years, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I've watched it change the last 30 years, actually.
Been watching corn for 30 years.
I've been directing corn for 30 years.
It's been 84 years.
Now, in 2004, corn was dominated by large studios with production sets, models, PAs, directors, lights everywhere, microphones, and it was DVDs and Blu-rays, and you didn't really download things. But nowadays, we see that at-home content in the form of OnlyFans or streamable sites like Cornhub are the groundbreaking place to find your corn.
Groundbreaking.
What kind of corn do you like the best? And this is, I'm asking like food-wise.
Corn on the cob, because then you can use the cob after.
And while social media sites also help to popularize the topic of porn, it's going to be an interesting couple years coming forward because of certain things called
Project 2025.
And while a lot of people say that it's not going to change anything, porn's always been around, it's the oldest form of work, it's going to be here, it's always going to... There's a lot coming down the pipeline that I don't think people are aware of. And last time this happened, remember Sesta Fosta? We told y'all that Tumblr was going to take away the porn and it was going to start taking away Backpage and Craigslist. So welcome to today's video. We're going to talk a little bit about the overbearing rain cloud that's going above corn. And today, me and Daddy are going to face off against each other with a list of the top 10 kinks in the last 20 years that have founded, shaped, and just created the sexual spaces that we live in online.
And all of this data was brought to you by Clips for Sale, a wonderful place where you can go buy your porn and have it to own, just in case some sort of project takes it all off the internet. Thank you, Clips for Sale, for all this data.
You and I are going to go back and forth and pretty much, it's like kickball. We're putting together a team of our favorite kinks that we think are the top kinks on the internet.
Got it.
And the person that has the best score across the board, because the higher up on the list it is, the more points you get, that wins this showdown. In between the ranking and seeing who does do the best, we're gonna talk a little bit about Project 2025, porn, obscenity, and how it has changed over the years and might continue to change for the better or possibly the worst. So, without further ado, Daddy, I think we have to choose our team names.
Team names?
Yeah, what's your kickball team gonna be?
I'm gonna be Corn Daddy.
That's great. No, my team's gonna be the puppy pile. Puppy power! Because I'm what?
A child. No.
You are a very good boy.
I know, thank you. Yes, thank you. What was that?
Nothing.
So we've got a list of 10 kinks seen here on screen. Daddy and I are gonna go back and forth choosing team members for our imaginary porn team. And the top ranking kinks from this list, again, not in order, are gonna be worth 3 points. The middle categories are gonna be worth 2, and the bottoms are gonna be worth 1. Okay, Daddy, just because I'm a very gracious co-host, I'll let you go first. And from the list here, go ahead. First off, you're gonna choose?
Bondage.
Bondage, okay.
Just because I think it's a unique kink that lots of people are into and know about.
That's fair. That's a good one. Okay. The first one I'm gonna choose just because Lord knows every time I post a photo of them, they go wild. I'm gonna choose feet.
Yeah, that was gonna be my next one.
Feet is, and we've done many videos on it, one of the most popular, but one of the most taboo, because no one talks about it. Wild, how many people love feet?
This is wild. I think I'm gonna do ass worship because I think lots of people are into ass.
You're going for the bottom dollar. I see how it is. I feel like we did a podcast on this, and giantess was one of the top terms in one of the recent reviews on Pornhub. So I'm gonna go for giantess, as odd as that sounds.
Yeah, I don't know anyone who does that.
Well, you gotta start big.
I'm gonna do pegging as the next
Ooh.
one. I think there's a lot, especially straight people love pegging.
Okay. You know what else people really love?
What?
My mom!
Cup holding.
Cup holding?
Can I hold your cup, please?
Can I hold your cup? No, you can just look at it.
No,
while I sip
want
it.
No, I want some.
Oh yeah, isn't this great?
Oh, I hate this. I'm gonna choose cup holding out of
I'm
this bit.
slurping from your cup.
No, don't. No.
All right, I'm gonna do Findom.
Ooh.
Because I think people are curious about what that means.
Okay. I'm gonna go for the joy. It brings me joy. Daddy, you have superheroines and taboo left.
Okay, I don't know what superheroine is. It sounds dangerous, so I'm gonna do Taboo.
Okay, so that leaves superheroines for me. All right, so before we get into the unveiling of how many points we got, I'm curious what you guys think in the comments down below. Let us know what you chose. And Daddy, can you introduce your team?
My team is Team Bondage, Team Ass Worship, Team Pegging, Team Findom, and Team Taboo.
And if YouTube's moderators haven't figured out what this video is about already, they certainly did now. And my puppy pile consists of putting our feet down, large women, those large women may be cucking someone, jerk off instructions, and superheroines. Honestly, my team's very feminist.
You're very feminine.
It's a feminine phenomenon.
It's a feminine.
Porn is one of the fields where women are paid very well and they have a lot more autonomy over their body, so...
For now.
So, let's go through the list from the bottom up, because bottoms always come first, and see whose team is gonna win this race.
But first, what better way to have autonomy over your own body but on a Helix mattress?
Today's sponsor. So thank you again, Helix Sleep, for making sure we not only sleep well at night, considering the nightmares we're currently going through, but also making sure we find the right mattress for the Helix Sleep quiz.
It's a quiz you can take by yourself or with a partner to find a mattress that is perfect for you. You tell them your name, your age, your height and weight, as well as preferred sleeping positions. I'm personally more of a back and side sleeper, and I like a medium to firm mattress. And maybe you were destroyed by COVID entirely and you just have aches and pains in the morning. You can even include that information. Based on my results, Helix matched not only myself, but also Daddy with the Dusk Luxe, which we've had for over 3 years now, and both of us independently have been sleeping like rocks. When I'm not sleeping in my bed, I do not sleep well. And when it comes to sex, Helix also does great there as well, because they're also getting awards for the best mattresses for sex. With a hybrid combination of foam and springs, you will sleep wonderfully. Unlike other brands, Helix mattresses do not contain fiberglass, which can be harmful to your health. And the Helix lineup offers 20 unique mattresses, including award-winning Luxe and Ultra Premium Elite collections, the Helix Plus, which is a mattress designed for big and tall sleepers, and even Helix Kid mattresses, which are designed for growing bodies and endorsed by sleep and medical experts. The best part though is Helix Sleep delivers directly to your door with free shipping in the US, and it comes rolled up in a lovely little box. And the vacuum-packed mattress that it comes with is probably my favorite part to open.
And when I'm waking up in the middle of the night to night terrors and Daddy's doing this sound, I know that it's just the mattress inflating, because that's a fun part. I love fun.
Hopefully it's not deflating.
No, it doesn't deflate actually.
I poked it a lot.
Well, practicing some of these things,
Exactly.
when Daddy has his giantess, cuckolding, jerk-off instruction superheroes.
And a lot of corn has been on my Helix mattress.
If you guys like me are very nervous to buy things online, you'll also be very happy to hear that Helix has a 100-night sleep trial. So you get more than 3 months to make sure you love it. Plus, Helix has a 10-year warranty on your mattress, and they even offer financing options and flexible payment plans. So thank you again, Helix Sleep, for offering the What's a Safeword channel an exclusive Black Friday sale running now for a limited time, offering our followers an exclusive discount this month of 27% off your mattress, plus 2 free pillows on us, and a free bedding bundle with your Luxe or Elite order. Use code HelixPartner27 to take advantage of this special offer and act fast, because this is the Helix Sleep Black Friday sale running for a limited time.
Thanks, Helix Sleep.
Okay, so we're gonna start at the bottom and work our way up, which is how I like to do a lot of porn in my sets, but...
Corn,
sorry.
Jesus.
Sorry. But starting at number 10 on the top 20 kinks that have shaped the internet's porn, we have giantess shit.
You lose.
Okay, we will see about this. I bet you have a few number
So do
ones
you get
in
a
there.
negative one for that?
No, I get 1 point.
Okay.
I'm ahead currently, actually, so
That's because you've
suck
only
it.
played.
It says here on the list that giants is the one thing growing. It says no pun intended, but people who do not intend puns are cowards. They're growing in popularity so much so that Clips for Sale named it the 2024 Fetish of the Year. See, that's what I'm
Really?
remembering. Yeah, I remember that.
I don't.
We did a podcast on it.
I know, it doesn't mean I remember things.
Listen to our podcast. Next, at number 9,
Yeah.
is jerk-off instruction. Shit.
Wow, you are totally losing.
That is unfortunate. Joy, aka jerk-off instructions, are adult creators just pretty much telling you how to get off.
See, and this is, I get it. Phone sex lines were very popular in the 90s, but I don't know that that's a term I would know to Google.
It's one of the top 10 things.
I know.
Yeah.
But it's maybe the top 10, but I wouldn't know to Google it, so it must not be true.
Wait, what's not true?
That it's used. Well, obviously it's the
No!
it's
Do you remember like A/S/L? And I'm not talking about American Sign Language.
kind of
It's what people used to use for instant messaging back in the day when you had AIM, which stood for...
American or AOL or AI. It was AOL's Messenger, wasn't it?
Yes,
Yeah, okay.
instant messenger. And if you've never had PTSD, Samson, put the AIM insert, like...
Can you do the?
Yeah, the sound effect.
This is when we had dial-up computers.
I know. And the little door sounds. Actually, Samson's probably never used AIM. That's scary.
No.
But you know what's also scary? Project 2025. So let's just take a moment as we're going through this list to just talk about Project 2025 and how many porn performers and people have really come out about how terrible it will be and has been growing very slowly over the couple years, because this is something that's been propositioned and pushed in front of the masses by religious groups.
This Project 2025 was written by the Heritage Foundation, which is Christian nationalism coming to the front and imposing their views on the rest of the country.
A lot of people don't seem to think that porn could go somewhere. I mean, it could go underground, but they don't realize how much of it out there is going to be against the law underneath these regulations they're trying to put into place. In fact, they're going to try to put porn stars on sex offender lists
And jail them.
This is within the first 5 pages of a 900-page document. If porn is on the first couple pages, you know that that's kind of a serious thing for them.
Yeah, it's top of the list. That's probably a +3.
No, you don't get points. You don't get points for that one. However, the day after the election, did you know what the top search term was on the internet?
Why did I vote for Trump?
Well, Project 2025 was one of the top trending search terms because people finally actually looked into what they voted for.
Yeah.
Scary. Okay, we are still in the 1-point range here. Coming in at number 8 of the top 10 is Findom. That is going to be 1 point for you, Daddy. Well done.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right.
Just one. Yes.
Okay. Findoming is, I feel like it's newer kink that's just come of age in the last 6 or 7 years. I think Twitter really fueled it. I don't see a lot of findoming in porn, however, because it's a one-on-one activity. They have to be active with the user, don't they?
There's got to be some kind of feedback loop, much like the jerk off instructions. Like, this is something that plays on fantasy, but does really get you going when the fantasy gets some feedback. Would you ever findom someone or be findommed?
No, because I don't have any money.
I mean, people can pay me. I get uncomfortable with findoming sometimes, personally. I get that there's a huge enjoyment from it, but there are a lot of ways, and I know plenty of friends who have done it, and it got a little unethical because sometimes people don't have the money. So I really appreciate findoms that are not only ethical about the means of their bottoms and subs, but like, you know, put it within the contract of like, you know, it's never gonna pay more than this much, or makes it creative with like prize wheels where there are chances they don't have to pay you, you know?
Yeah, and we've talked about this before on the podcast. I have a problem with demanding money from someone. I don't mind if they pay for a service or they pay for content that you've produced, but I have a problem of you need to give me $25 or I'm going to stop talking to you.
But it's one of the top 10. So
Some people love it.
if you're gonna do it, all we ask is that you do it ethically and you're realistic about your standards.
And send us $25.
Send us your super chats now. But you don't have to. If you want to subscribe to things, subscribe to our Patreon. You get content at least for that. At number 7, we have pegging.
Pegging! Yay! Is that +2?
That is +2, Daddy.
I am pulling out ahead of you. Look at
You are
that.
1 point ahead.
Woohoo!
So, what is pegging?
Pegging is when you you take like Lincoln logs and you stack them in a way that is erotic.
Appreciate the YouTube-friendly version. Pegging is the act of penetrating someone, usually a cis man. It's interesting that they put that in there.
Really?
With a dildo and a cis woman doing the penetrating.
You can't peg cis women?
That is not correct. Because according to the Encyclopedia of...
It was actually 2023's Fetish of the Year, according to Clips for Sale.
Everyone's got an asshole.
True, and sex toys
I don't
see
think gender matters here.
It really doesn't, though. It's funny that they specifically talk about that, like
Yeah.
very anti-queer in many ways.
So it is the acceptable way to have butt sex with a man.
You know, I bet you anything under Project 2025, anal sex, no.
Well, that is illegal in Texas already.
I mean, just give it time, and under Project 2025, gay anal sex probably would be illegal, but straight sex, fine.
And that is how they used to catch and jail gay men in as late as the 90s with sodomy laws.
And obscenity laws are still in the books in all 50 states, which means I know it when I see it can easily be changed to I know it and I see it.
And you just did it.
Yeah, retroactively. And therefore, you're on a sex offender list now.
Yeah.
Isn't that fun how laws work? And what's really disheartening is within these conversations, because I've had plenty of them in spaces both online and offline, people are like, that'll never happen. Freedom of speech.
How's Roe versus Wade working out for you?
Ooh. As we said, as early as the 5th page of 900 pages in the Project 2025 dossier, it states, pornography should be outlawed. The people who produce and distribute it should be imprisoned. Educators and public librarians who purvey it should be classified as registered sex offenders, and telecommunications and technology firms that facilitate its spread should be shuttered. Let me just be very frank and clear on this one. We can't produce this show. Underneath this, gone. Done. We can't put it on Patreon. We can't put it on Dropbox to send to you. We can't put it on Google Drive because it'll be scanning everything. The second I upload a YouTube video, it tells me if there's too many bad words in it. Underneath this, full stop, dead ass, this doesn't exist anymore. You don't get sex education in schools. You get abstinence. The same thing that kids currently are getting that get them heightened rates of STIs, unplanned pregnancies, make it so that they watch porn underground and they find the real dark, deep, dirty that then makes it so that choking is heightened in kids right now because they don't know proper sex. Like, that is a problem.
Not only that, is they want to take away condoms. They want to take away any sort of birth control. They are coming for us.
No, they've already come.
Well, I don't know if they come or I don't know if it's.
I hope they don't
I don't
come.
think it's okay for them to come.
No.
Wow, this show got dark.
Apologies for getting dark, but we gotta be real serious on this one. Like, it's important. Let's get to the next one before it gets even darker. Oh my God.
Okay, great. I'm winning.
All right, at number 6 of our top 10 for 2 points is cuckolding.
Oh, boo.
+2 for
But that
me.
makes sense. I was gonna do cuckolding.
It's a very popular one, and not just for queer people, but also for straight people. Like, cuckolding, when you work in chastity or when you work in like a bull, a third, a unicorn, it's a very interesting and expressive sort of kink because it allows people to take it tons of different ways. And you know what? Cuckolding is not everyone's cup of tea, but that's okay. We're here to support, not to shame. Number 5 on our list says super heroine.
Super heroine? Really?
Yeah, and
That's a
it's-
+2?
The MCU is to blame for this one, says the list.
Oh, it's because you kids are all into cartoons.
At number 4, we have ass worship for 2 points. The rise of the BBL has also led to the rise of ass worship. I blame
What's
morphine.
BBL?
Did you don't know what a BBL is?
A BBL.
Brazilian butt lift.
Brazilian butt lift?
Yeah.
Hello?
They're real
That's
popular.
a fetish?
Well, no. It's a thing that people do to be sexier, but like it's
Sure.
not. I mean, I guess a BBL could be a fetish term.
I bet it would be.
but
Like Kim Kardashian, like her big ol' ass.
That's not real. Are you telling me Jessica Rabbit didn't get a BBL?
I'm not bad. I'm just drawn that way.
Ass worship also just feels so widespread. Well,
Well, you have to spread it, and then it is. Okay, are we into 3-pointers yet?
we are into the 3-pointer category, and at number 3 of the list altogether, worth 3 points, we have taboo.
Yeah, that's me.
I thought that word was just, it was too general, but I guess that makes sense that it would be a top term in kink, that taboo things.
So back when I was doing studio porn, actually one of the first movies I directed for Falcon was called The Dark Side, and it was all taboo kinks, and that's how we listed it.
So how do you protect yourself and your identity when there are taboo things out there, or there's information about you that is taboo? Like you and I, we do sex worky things, we are very sex positive. How do we plan to protect ourselves, and how can people at home better protect themselves as well?
I think we're gonna have to wait and see what they try to implement and where. But there's going to be a lot of pulling down of stuff and turning things off. So similar to Germany, who 2 years ago passed, you couldn't put porn on Twitter or you would be arrested because it's public airways, and we don't know how Twitter is getting away with putting out free porn as it is. People are gonna have to find alternate ways to post porn and view porn.
And also, some people don't even realize that if websites that are hosted in America where porn might be illegal go down, you don't get to use those either. And some states in America already have age gates in place, like Texas for Pornhub. And we're currently going under the hands off my porn campaigns that have been going for months at this point, but continue to move forward. If you guys are looking for more information on just how to help combat that kind of censorship, handsoffmyporn.com is great, but they also have lots of really good excerpts showing you exactly how this is going to affect you, Project 2025, and how it's going to affect porn as well. That said, ways that you can be proactive in this time and place: get yourself a VPN. Make sure that you have certain tools at your repertoire to not only mask your identity, but keep it separate from the metadata that might exist online.
And if you're worried about the government or family and friends looking at your search history, VPNs are very helpful.
The conspiracy theorist in me also wants to mention that if you're going to be using like face blurring apps or something that kind of mosaics your face and videos to be anonymous, there are some apps out there that can reverse those filters. So it is better to actually put emojis or just fully cover the face with a mask or something like that. If you're doing something a bit more activisty, I'm not telling you what to do, I'm just giving you the pointers.
And last but not least, encrypt everything.
Get an app, encrypt it, encrypt your data. If you're using Messenger or something like that, maybe go somewhere else like Signal or something that has better encryption with your messaging. Be smarter about your data and what you are posting. And check out Hacking Hustling. It's a wonderful website for sex workers and how to get around certain censorship in a very real way.
Smarter, not harder. Or, you can't, harder, not smarter. No, that doesn't work either.
Anyway, next on our list, Daddy, we're getting to the last two, and at number 2 is bondage.
Is that a +3?
That is a +3.
All right.
Yeah, we all knew that bondage would be kind of high
At
on
the
list.
top,
Yeah.
because everyone likes bondage.
Everyone's gotten into bondage. I mean,
Or they're curious about.
yeah. Can I get a drum roll, please? And last but not least, at number 1, worth 10 points, is feet. Woo!
Not feet. Wait, 10 points? It's supposed to be 3.
Nah, I just changed the rules. That's how this works.
See, I told you he was going to cheat.
No, but that's how the world works. We just changed the rules. No, it's only 3 points, but I did get the top, so I'm happy about that at least. I was pretty spot on. Feet, if you didn't know, were very much a feminist-run movement when sex was bad because STIs back in the day, and the women's rights movement was really like out in front and center when fashion was on the rise, because you couldn't fuck someone because of STIs being heightened. But the foot was also a very phallic thing that kind of took the place of a dick in a lot of medias and minds.
So it became the soul fetish.
Yeah, people put their foot down at sex, and they just started picking up the fashion mags.
All right, so add it up.
Okay, Daddy, in the final score, what do we have here? I've got 9 for Team Puppy Pile.
And I've got 11.
Well done.
So guess who wins?
Well, we're gonna do a recount later, but in the meantime, you do win.
Thank you.
And
Thank
I will
you.
concede, even though you are a very terrible winner.
You're terrible, Muriel.
I'm appropriately happy.
Actions speak louder than words, which is worth ending on. Words have power, and according to Project 2025, they have 3 main goals that they are trying to get at. First of which, their main argument is that porn will make people transgender.
How's that work?
Not how that works. It works because they think and say, I quote, sexualization of children, for instance, is not a political Gordian knot intrinsically binding up disparate claims about free speech, property rights, sexual liberation, and children welfare. Project 2025, page 5. There are so many buzzwords in that sentence, I would love for one of them to explain it, but ultimately it means they think porn causes everything they hate.
And this is the thing that they're going to go after. They're going to go after our trans brothers and sisters first, and they're going to vilify them, and they're going to attach it to everything they don't like, and they are going to find reasons to criminalize people who are associated with trans people.
Because they've already gone after gender affirming care. They will continue to go after LGBTQ people and have already started to put into place a ban of any pride flags in schools whatsoever. It's scary. but after that, they think that they are saving society, saying purveyors are child predators and misogynistic exploiters of women. And the last thing they're trying to do with Project 2025 is make it so porn is just as dangerous and scary and addictive as illegal drugs in their book.
And they'll do this by making sex work and pornography a public health crisis.
And not only do this, they've already done it. Porn is a public health crisis. That saying alone is used all over the place, not only in things like Project 2025, but online as this like stated fact, when it was just something someone made up in like Salt Lake City, Utah, to say that porn was a problem. And then all of the religious zealots started using that phrase to the point where now people just think it's a fact because it's been used so much.
Not to mention the obscenity laws that are already on the books that have just not been enforced in the last 20 years.
And while people can have problems with porn, even experts disagree, saying whether people can become addicted to porn in a medical sense is not something they can agree on. The way they get addicted to alcohol or drugs is a different process. However, if porn watching habits interfere with your daily life and relationships, it's an issue and therapy could help. That does not mean porn is an illegal drug.
So porn has always been vilified one way or another. However, sex workers and the way that the porn has been produced and distributed, they always find a workaround somehow. They've been resilient.
Sex work is work, and sex workers always find a way.
And remember, it's the oldest profession on the books.
The sex industry and how people view it is only dangerous because of how society, politicians, and people that watch tons of sex work treat sex workers. If you think that this job is not safe, maybe you should be doing something about sex workers' rights. It's like any other job, and there are problems in the workplace. But I don't see anyone letting sex workers speak for themselves in front of politicians and actually taking their words at heart. We saw a sex worker try to take on that Cheeto, and you know what they did with her? They villainized her, they made fun of her, they made her life a living hell, rather than taking account for somebody who was assaulted by said person. Rather than taking account for the 34 felony charges.
And before it gets too stormy, we should lighten the mood.
And let you know that we're still here. We're not gonna stop fighting, and we hope that you won't either. We're gonna keep talking about how we can work around and do our best to fight back and be visible, but also provide space. And that's gonna happen on here. That's gonna happen on our podcast. That's gonna happen on probably Patreon, because there might be some things we can't post eventually. So we hope that you join the conversation in the comments down below.
And please, when we say ring that bell and subscribe to this channel, please tell your friends about this channel, because we probably are the last channel that will be produced on YouTube that can give you this type of information.
We're gonna continue to do our best, and I hope that means that we do it with you, because sex work is work. I love sex work. I think people that get to choose how their body is used, how they use it to make money, how they have fun and create pleasure, not only for themselves but others, is gorgeous and beautiful. And I hope that you share that sentiment, because sex is why we're all here. And I would love if that sex was fun, pleasurable, and done not only with consent, but done with fun in mind. So whether a sex worker, someone who enjoys sex, or just wants to keep the government out of your sex life, always have a safe word, and today's safe word is
Jessica Rabbit.
Because don't forget to like and subscribe. Give us your Jessica.
Because she's not dirty, she's just drawn that way.
And we will see you all next time. Bye.
Also ring that bell.
That's fine. You already told them.
And comment down below.
We already told them.
And share it with your friends.
I think you covered that.
Are you sure? Okay.